I'll start this video off by saying that I absolutely love Call of Duty to death. It's my favorite video game franchise of all time, just barely beating GTA for me. The old COD games are just absolute classics. COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, MW3, and Black Ops 2. But since Ghost, we've seen this decline. Black Ops 3 was another high point because of the amazing zombies mode it had, but everything else in that game wasn't as popular. And ever since Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, we've seen an even harder decline. I'd argue that the new Modern Warfare was a great return to form for this series, and I know how divisive a game it is, but as a longtime fan, I gotta say, I enjoyed the new Modern Warfare. Sure, it had horrible map design, and I will never forgive Activision or the devs for skill-based matchmaking, but I still overall enjoyed the game. I thought the campaign was fantastic, the multiplayer was fun, although very campy. Co-op and Warzone were just terrible, but I still loved the game. So when Cold War came out and my excitement for the series as possible comeback dwindled, I was upset. I've finally reached a point where I'm done with Call of Duty, or at least the new ones. I'm absolutely sick of paying full price for a video game that isn't even finished. In fact, Cold War still isn't a full game worthy of $60. I'd say even paying $40 for Cold War is way too much. It took them 8 months to add 2 zombies maps, not including the outbreak mode, which is average at best. And as much as I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2019, it launched with a severe lack of content for multiplayer, and so did BO4. I'm just getting sick and tired of all these false advertising and misleading trailers. So when the leaks for Vanguard came out, I was very uninterested, which is rare for me. This is usually the time of the year for a COD when we get a beta, but until a few days ago, we didn't even get a screenshot or even a teaser. That's a bad sign. Another bad sign is that Activision is supposedly rushing this game out just like Cold War was instead of giving the devs time to work on the game. It's taken this long to reveal the game and it's still got a November release date. That doesn't sound like it's going to turn out very well. It might be another MCC situation. Look at the comments for the teaser trailer and everyone is trashing the game. I'm glad I'm not the only longtime COD fan that isn't buying this game, at least not at launch. And if the leaks are true and skill-based matchmaking is the exact same system used in Cold War, when every other game company is getting rid of skill-based matchmaking or at least toning it down, that's the deal breaker for me. I hear the zombies mode's being developed by Treyarch though, so the game may not be all bad. So we're not only getting another COD set in World War II, but we're also most likely getting another rushed, half-assed COD at launch just like Cold War. And don't get me wrong, I love history. I love learning about World War II. In fact, I became a history geek because of COD. World at War. World at War was a dark and gritty game that didn't sugarcoat shit about World War II. It showed you how fucked up it was without suppressing it, just like what COD World War II did, which is why I'm afraid for Vanguard. Sledgehammer has potential, but the 2 CODs they've made on their own were Advanced Warfare and COD World War II, which are very hit or miss games. In World War II, they just made a straight up boring as fuck game, but at least Advanced Warfare was something new for COD. But the World War II setting it isn't. I'm just tired of seeing it, plain and simple. And they'll probably pander to SJWs in the campaign, just like they did in COD World War II's campaign, which is my main problem. Vanguard just doesn't impress me either, and neither do teaser trailers as a whole. I like teaser trailers when they give you just enough to want more, but they don't show you enough to know exactly what's going on. That's the whole point of a teaser. But having said that, nothing in this teaser trailer for Vanguard was just interesting at all. The only enjoyment I got out of the trailer was looking at the comments for the video. So if you're planning on buying Vanguard, you're probably just very gullible or not familiar enough with Activision to know that they're scummy as fuck. I know everyone says with the competition of Battlefield 2042 and Halo Infinite, Activision will have to change their ways and be forced to make a good COD game. Yeah. And then when they do win us over again, they'll fuck us over again. Because that's how Activision works. So I don't buy into that whole argument of, since there's going to be heavy competition, they're going to have to take skill-based matchmaking out. They're going to have to make better games. Well, yeah, they might start making better games, but when they win us over, they're going to find something that's going to fuck us over again. So for the first time since Infinite Warfare, we have seen a COD immediately be outsold by a Battlefield game without either game even being released. Compare Battlefield 1's trailer to IW's, and it's just way more epic. Compare Battlefield 2042's epic trailer to a Warzone event. Yeah, they're revealing Vanguard through a Warzone event. They're still milking Warzone, and they probably will for years, and I've accepted that at this point. And that's another point I wanted to make about Vanguard. The only reason they're really making the game is because they just want to put World War II era weapons into Warzone, and that's all there is to it. Activision knows that Warzone's the most successful thing that's been attached to Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, so they're going to milk it every chance they get, because again, that's how they roll. As a longtime fan, it's sort of bittersweet to see this franchise start going on a downward spiral. On one hand, I love seeing Activision get shit on by everyone, but I also hate to see this franchise I've been playing since preschool fall from grace like this. It's like seeing a best friend that's addicted to hard drugs. It's just really hard to watch. But Activision did bring this upon themselves with the recent accusations of sexual misconduct and all of their just general shitty business practices. My only hope for them is to go bankrupt, which will unfortunately never happen. But I hope Vanguard flops completely, which I'm willing to bet it will. Why would you buy Vanguard when you can buy Battlefield 2042 or Halo Infinite? Both very promising games so far. Of course, time will tell if those games are actually good or not, but I'd be willing to bet a lot on the fact that Vanguard has some very heavy competition, and they'll likely fail to keep up. Cold War was a flop, and they slapped the Black Ops brand on it, and that says a lot about how shitty Cold War is. I expect Vanguard to suffer a similar fate. If there's going to be an open beta, I'll check it out, but I will not purchase this game, and I urge you not to either. You do what you want with your money, of course, but I'm urging you to save your money instead of buying Vanguard. Hell, give it to charity, for Christ's sake. Don't support Activision. Stop buying their games. Stop buying those retarded Tracer and anime packs in the store. Stop giving them your money, because they don't deserve it. The only thing I can really say to end this video is that I love Call of Duty, but I want to see this game fail. Even if they stop being so greedy, COD will never reach those beautiful MW2 N-word screaming lobbies, or those hilarious Black Ops 2 search and destroy matches where a YouTuber would voice troll. We'll never get a finished, polished Call of Duty at launch ever again. And I can only hope that Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042 will fill that gap of sadness for me.